live from Nissan Stadium in the Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Today's matchup, the John Merritt Classic, has the Tennessee State Tigers home against Mississippi Valley State's Delta Devils. As it is a great day for football. Could have some rain a little bit later on. Welcome inside the booth here. The Tigers, 5'9", 180-pound senior, and we are underway the football season between the Tigers and the Delta Devils. Out the 19-yard line is the running back in the game right now, a guy that the coaching staff extremely high on. Ellis has some time, dumps it off again, and some real stick-to-itiveness there for the Tigers. They can do methodical, and they said also they want to have some explosive plays. Here they have one across the middle, down to the 30, to the 20. There's some daylight to the 5, and pushing into the end zone. A touchdown for the Tigers on the first offensive possession of the year. As it is up, it is through, and so the Tigers at 1-10. As the handoff, bouncing out to the outside, near midfield, before finally being brought down.
All day with this defense.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 10. Under some pressure, Williams under a lot of pressure, and he's gonna be brought down. Loss of about 9 yards on the play.
And that's just a great job by Brandon Fisher. What he did is he sent some pressure off the edge. When I say send pressure off the edge,
to send Tennessee State, be explosive and rotate the run. Both components we've already hit on a little bit, and that is that Coach Partridge, Coach George wanting to see the offense get big plays a little bit with TSU out in front. Williams dumps it across the middle. Gain of a few yards there from Nathan Rimbert.
The Ohio State. I'm looking at the stadium. Eddie George's pictures up there. It just shows you him embarks on making plays.
Nice catch there for the Tigers, and again off to the races here. Down to the 20, to the 10, and jumping into the end zone with a touchdown is Deshaun Davis.
And man, just an explosive play. And it was just very simple. He just ran a nice little shallow cross. And what Ellis did is he stayed in the pocket as opposed to taking off last year. Get the ball to your playmakers. And when you get the ball to the playmakers' hands, they make plays, and that's why we saw the touchdown. Look how comfortable he is in the pocket. He surveys, he throws it to the wide receiver, he beats the defensive back, and let's go make a house call, Davis.
Another explosive play, second one of the game.
They're coming to fruition what they're doing. See,
So it looks like a celebration penalty for Davis. We'll take another look at it. Let's see how it goes.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a penalty. But if he was taunting the other guy, yes, I would call it a penalty. I think he...
Eddie George a bit disgruntled as he stands there. Here's Ellis, has a little bit of time, dumps it off there to the middle, pushing down to about the 2-yard line is Johnson. He's been a busy guy. Gant remains there with him as the Tigers look to push this one in. The handoff goes to Gantz. And the Delta Devils
needs to come to play right here. You got a short corner down at the boundary, and you run a fade.
And that's going to go off the fingertips, but able to grab it back is Gant and into the end zone.
Great job. Sometimes it's good to be lucky. I mean, he just threw a little flare around to him. He bats it up, he catches it. But even though that's not a play down the field, it's still an explosive play like what we talked about.
Little focus paying off for Gantz. Stick-to-itiveness. Tigers get their second TD. Watch it.
Yep. I mean, that's just a great job. I mean, sometimes you're lucky, but just like I said before,
it almost looks. Here's Lowry as he'll be able to put it up and through. Williams has some time here and has a man, and again just overthrows. That was Cameron Gardner, 6'4", 220-pounder. As we'll take a look here.
For the Jerry Rice Award, and when you have situations like that and you're developing players that quality, it's really, really good.
Today the play be first down, Tennessee State.
Well, and a little less than 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
It's the first quarter still?
It is. Come on, you're having
a blast.
Fun.
Absolutely.
Here the handoff goes to Gantz. Gain of a couple of yards. Actually, check that back. That's Evans. Big John, they called him. Here's Ellis.
Oh!
And it's going to be picked. There's some space.
You got me screaming.
And there to grab it, number 14 for Mississippi Valley State, Raphael Marshall. Another look at it.
But see, we can't have that. This is on the receiver. You got to get your head around quickly, because the thing about it is you got Ellis that's getting the blitz. Everybody's in his face. So as a wide receiver or a tight end, I have to get my head around. And you can see by looking at the tight end's face, he didn't get his head around.
Well, that, but also didn't he throw a little bit behind him?
Yeah.
Best field position of the day for the Delta Devils. Williams is going to be brought down. Now it's going to be taken away. Going the other way. Off to the races and into the end zone. That's Micah Gay. He had a strong races, and here we'll take another look at it.
That's just a great job by your defense end. Watch how he swipes at the bar. It's not about tackling. Hey, that's George. That's Eric George. Great job. But here's what I love about the technique that we stress all day long. You swipe. You don't tackle the quarterback. You swipe, and then you let Gay scoop and score. This is Brandon Fisher football, and we're seeing a great display of this.
To the Tigers' point total here. And it's up, and it's good. So it's a 21-0 Tigers lead here over it just a few moments ago.
Yeah.
High snap, handoff again on the ground, and not much going there for Zamarian Kendall.
Yep, I mean, that's what you do with your young quarterback. Just get a couple of first down, let him get his feet wet, and that's exactly what you not having a clean game.
So it'll now be a 3rd down and 14. Sisk almost threw a pick there. You can see there the frustration from Malik.
To where he can survey what's going on in the secondary. If you look at the secondary right now, they're playing like a cover 4, and what he does, after he says that, then he kind of makes a mistake, but he's still
able to move out and find his guy.
Yeah, but the one thing I love about he does, he just keeps his eyes downfield. I mean, he looks like a totally different from quarterback to last year. I mean, watch 1 yards last year, so he's still a big part of this offense. Glad that he stayed, so that's what you want to do.
Ellis able to find Dean. Pick up and fresh set.
Yeah, this is a cover 0. There's no safety help. He's doing the exact same thing, surveys it, great pass.
Did Charlie Williams on that last play, not the one we just saw, but the play before, the defender.
Hills.
A little bit of that eye candy.
Yes.
Here the handoff. Gain of a few more yards there. This time, it's Jaden McGill.
There's a lot of running.
Ellis sends a man in motion, now hands it off. McGill forcing his way forward, still on his feet, trying to keep it moving. We'll see what it. Ellis, a little bit of low snap and able to step back, has a little space, but not able to complete it. And there's going to be a whistle.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, low hit to the quarterback. Defense, half the distance penalty, includes an automatic first down.
Ellis taking himself. Is he in? Tigers saying yes. Delta Devils saying no.
They thought it was 4th down. I don't think they're screaming 4th down.
McGill lining up there behind Ellis. Handoff yet again. And sniffed out there by Mississippi Valley State. Rouse is checked in for TSU. Pass there, incomplete, as Ellis was looking for Jalen.
Yeah. I think that's a situation to where you want to run the football, because he's got to understand. I know he's still
season 12 of 15 on field goal attempts. This one is up, and it is good. So tack 3 more on to the Tigers. Handoff here. Gain of a few more yards and a first down going back to Kendall, and why not? He just had a nice pickup, go back to the well.
Yeah, you want to go back to. You want to get some type of rhythm on it.
Looking down the field, that's where he's going to go. Looking for the home run ball, and there's going to be a flag tossed.
Ooh. I think what the initial thing was is I think he tugged the jersey. So watching, look at the defensive back, and yep, the tug of the jersey right there. They're going to call that every single time. I mean, as a veteran, I know you can get away with it, but the referee was right there. I just think it's the correct call.
Rolling. Nelson in motion. Williams, a little bit of time, throws it across the middle. There's Rembert. Down to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to do to try to get back on the football.
Keandre Booker there in on the stop there, a guy that the coaching staff very high on. Throw there is going to go right into one of the Tigers' hands. And off to the races to the 40, out to about midfield before finally being brought down is Boogie Trotter.
Yeah, I mean, he went from 185 to 186, so he's got a little bigger. So
got a little bigger, yeah.
Bigger.
There you go. Gained a pound.
Gained a pound.
I think that's one of those things you're thinking you're going in one area, you look down, you're like, oh, yeah. Gained a pound.
Throw it to the wide receiver at the top. I mean, this covers 0. Cover 0.
So 3-2, or third down and 2, I should say. And the handoff will go up a couple of yards.
You know, if I'm looking at that.
So 4th down and 3. Here's Ellis. He's got some time.
Oh, nice
Looks
play.
to pass it, finds his man. Off to the races and into the end zone. That is going to be Karate Brinson.
Yeah.
Able to score it and tack on some more to the Tigers.
Man, just a great job. I mean, it just shows you when you get your playmakers the ball, that's what you want to do. I mean, look at this play. Karate Brinson comes across the line of scrimmage, catches the ball, and that's all she wrote. I've been waiting for him to have a breakout game, make some breakout plays. Jump over him, let's get in the end zone, touchdown, Tigers.
Living up to his name there, Karate.
Yeah.
You asked for it about maybe an hour ago, and here he finally got it. Kick here is up, and it is good, so.
He's making the right reads. I mean, you can tell that he's coachable and he wants to take this offense over.
There was Caden Betts again. And that is going to do it for half number 1. Let's see a clap of the hands there from Coach Eddie George of Tennessee State. The Tigers up 31-0. It's been fine so far.
It really has, because last week, man, it was 102, 103 degrees, man. It felt like I was in a safari somewhere. It was hot, but yeah, hey, good weather.
And here, it's going to be fielded and out to the 20, still on his feet, and adding a couple more yards there is Cameron Nelson before being brought down. You know, you mentioned 0. I know it's easy to say, but is that the way you try to coach that?
Yeah, you have to, because the thing about it is you just got to try to figure out to get back into the game, because you're down 31-0. You got to keep chipping away. I know it's a long game, but I've seen some crazy games to where they come back.
How about the big fellow in motion? Handoff's going to go to Gant. He's got some space, keeps pushing forward, moving those legs.
Yeah, just
about a yard shy of first down.
Yeah, just love what Gant is doing. I mean, he's doing a great job. Look how big he's. 99. We had a great offensive line. We had Bruce Matthews, we had Brad Hopkins, we had Benji Olsen, and we wanted to take your will. I mean, that's exactly what they want to do. So you got this offensive line, you know, with Smith and Meadows and Freeman. They're imparting that same DNA that we're going to take your will, and that's exactly what they're doing against
tackles a year ago. 215-pound senior from Memphis, Tennessee. Here's Ellis looking deep, and that's going to be broken up. Was looking there for Jalal Dean.
Yep. I mean, right there, I mean, there's a situation to where, you know.
So it's a 3rd down and 18 for the Delta Devils. Williams back, and he is going to lose the football. Was he down first? They're going to say yes. Nope, another flag. In there was Tyler Moore freshman from Jordan. You may not even be seeing everything.
It's going to be, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be a physical game, and who's going to outsmart each other on offense and defense.
Johnson backs up and from the 40-yard line grabs it. Now cross midfield to the 40 and brought down at about the 37-yard line.
This is because there's different guys that can run the inside zone better than the outside zone. So when you have a variety of backs that just make it special. We just saw this play earlier.
Indeed,
today.
Johnson able to haul it in this time down to the 40-yard line before he's brought down. So another big play, big chunk of yardage.
Some straight up dogs. So be smart, run the ball, and stay in bounds and let the clock run out.
That's what they do to Gant as he takes it. And he'll be brought down there by Chauncey Triplett, junior from Macon, Mississippi. For the Tigers quarterback, he's back, has some time, and had Evans into and out of his hands. See Evans frustrated with himself.
Yeah.
He had some daylight too.
He had some daylight, but they threw it in the wrong place, and he still got a fourth quarter.
Here's Sisk. He works it over to the right side, and that's going to be a complete pass to Carrick Ross.
We haven't said his name all day.
Well, it's Jackson Davis, the tight end, who we haven't really talked much about. And Sisk has a bit of time, high throw there, as he was looking to Cameron Nelson.
Yeah, we got a penalty. I think hitting the quarterback low.
Talking about Cameron Nelson, number 17 for Mississippi Valley State. We'll go back to that in a second, but first we'll take a look at the hit here on Sisk.
Yeah. He got tripped up, but you can't do it. He went low. So
Personal foul,
you got to call
roughing the passer. Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
That was Jalen Bell, who was called on 12, you just saw on your screen. One of those good players in the making. Freshman. So Sisk able. Sisk has plenty of time and able to find his receiver down to the 5 and pushing into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for Carrick Ross, the glue man on the team, coming through for the Delta Devils and getting them on the board here in the 4th.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is there's no quit in this team. We talked about it a little earlier. And he just ran the perfect route. The quarterback just looks, he throws a little swing pass to him. He catches the football, and that's all she wrote. So we always talk about receivers having yards after catching. That's exactly what we saw with your receiver.
He might have injured his ankle on that one. Was kind of hobbling a bit off the field. Must not be too bad. Big smile. That's why I'm up here. You put me on the spot. The hold, the kick, and it's good. So see, they got the 1. From the Delta Devils 20. And here is going to be Rouse bouncing toward the outside, and he's into the end zone. Chalk up another touchdown for the Tigers.
Man, just a great job all the way around. I mean, we talk about the run, but I want you to watch the block by the wide receiver on the perimeter. I mean, look at the coach. They're getting excited. They're not letting the gas off the pedal because they want to be consistent, and they want to show you that we're going to fight you 4 quarters. Watch, this is what we talk about. Watch the run. I know we're talking about the run, but watch the block by the wide receiver on the perimeter. Bam, there it is. There it is.
Able to cut Rouse out, yep. Able to give him that extra space, that extra
job. I mean, we got a receiver on the perimeter.
Well, when you have the score, what it is. I mean, it's kind of, again, cliches. They're there for a reason.
But he could have,
So it's 38 to the end of his career. He did get a chance to go and train with Jerry Rice.
Oh my gosh, you don't want to do that.
Out in San Francisco, and said that was one heck of an experience for him, as that there is complete 2 categories. Was the 16th pick. You know, I did not look to see. I did not look to see who the other 15 before him was. Here, long pass. And is that complete? Yes, it is. Touchdown. And that's Ross again. Carrick Ross able to haul that one in. They're going to say actually down at the 1.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
thought he had gotten into the end zone.
I did too. I mean, he's your playmaker from last year. I mean, last year, you know, he had 32 catches for 338. I mean, he's 5'11", 185. So
yeah,
he's one of those speedsters and made a good play. So that's the kind of catch that you want.
So 1st and goal here at the 1. trying to sneak his way into the end zone and getting in there is Jacoby Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, just you know, have the back offset to the left, and all you do is just grab the ball and just be a wildcat and just go in there and score a touchdown. I mean, this is a great play call by their coach.
There's an injury time as the extra point is up, and it is good. Wants one guy to step up and really make an impact and be a force.
And then I think
here
maybe
is McGill down to the 40, still on his feet, pushing down to the 30-yard line before he's tackled by a few of the Delta Devils.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows you the slew of running backs.
Is ready to go. 6:40 to play here in this one. Carter looking out to the short side. That's going to be Rouse, staying on his feet, still trying to get a few more yards out of it.
Yeah, but and the smart thing that he did, I mean, I know stayed in bounds.
Field goal attempts. He does have one made here this evening from 20 yards out at the other end of the stadium, and this time he's able to put it through, tack on 3 more, and the Tigers
Timeout on the field.
Dominating the Delta Devils.
Just protecting the person who has the football. It's protecting the guy that's initiating the attack. So I think that's a great observation, and I'm glad that they called it.
There's Sisk, and he's going to be brought down. Here for the Delta Devils. Lee has some time, not much. Now he's going to be forced out of the pocket. He's going to run toward midfield, and he's still going to be short of a first down before he's brought down.
Yeah, I want to compliment this secondary also. I mean, the reason why these quarterbacks are running for their life is because it's a coverage sack. When I say a coverage sack, that means nobody is open downfield. So when you have your secondary...
Back here in Nashville, Tennessee, and that is going toward the end zone and going to be caught. Quick touchdown, quick strike there for the Delta Devils.
Man, we just talk about this team has a fight, and they're just throwing the balls deep. And the thing about it is, I just talked about the secondary by being disciplined, and that's just a great route by the wide receiver. The wide receiver, Rempert, what's his name again?
Nathan Rempert.
Rempert, yeah, but he just runs a seam route and runs underneath to catch the ball with his hand. Oh, what a catch.
Able to get there and beat a couple of Tigers. He's fired up, excited, and now he looks to see on the initial one, as here the kick is up, and it's good. You can see he was... Tennessee State.
Kick out of bounds. 5-yard penalty added. So out of bounds kick. Be first down.
There you see Coach Wade. Tennessee State. This team is respected, looks good, the coaches are happy with it, and tonight have put together a pretty good body of work. Maybe not as good and as crisp in the second half as here, getting a chunk of yards for TSU, number 20, to open up conference play.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing about it is they got physically punished in that game. You don't believe that Brandon Fisher and Eddie George and, you know, that coaching staff wants to get back at them because they embarrassed them on this field.
As for Mississippi Valley State, their next one's going to be at Lamar next week, and then they're at Murray State, at Nichols, before having their first home game against Alcorn State September 28th. So that's the way the next few weeks look for these teams. Final thoughts tonight when you take a look at what happened for both these squads?
Man, just a great job by this Tigers team. Offense, defense, special teams. If you look at offense, they were bounced by running. You know,